Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is our final boarding call, and the doors will be closing soon.
Hey everybody, thanks for hopping on the Resort Loop. I'm Tim Scott.
I'm Bob Collar.
We're here for exciting episode number 64.
64. We're retired. We're out. We're heading down to Florida.
We cannot retire because the government would need to be operating for us to claim anything.
That is true.
When people go back in the archives, they're going to have no idea what we're talking about.
You're right, exactly. Well, or this may be a history lesson for all you youngsters out there.
That's right.
So, remember back in the day, the government shut down. Oh my goodness. Well, I mean, at least some of them are going back to work, which is good. So.
Absolutely. The more people we can get back to work, the better.
You know it. We've got a couple of friends that are working for the military, and they're happy to be getting back to work. So.
Yes.
And Tim, may I say, what another gorgeous autumn day.
It is a gorgeous day today. As I told you before the show, I was out trimming bushes.
Yes.
Which is just what you want to be doing. That's always fun on your day off. But
yes.
The house looks fantastic right now.
Nice.
Yeah.
Your wife will be very pleased with you. So, very, very nice autumnal weather.
Ooh.
You like that?
I like it. I could fall for that line. Oh, yes.
That was bad.
It was.
We got some shout-outs. We better get this started.
All right. You want to start us off, Bob? I'm sorry.
Yeah. Let's see what we got here. Dawn Gunther says, first, let me say, Dawn has sent us this twice, so she's really serious about this. She says, first, let me say, I love everything and anything Disney. She says, I listen to several different podcasts and appreciate all of them. I was born in Florida, but I have lived in Texas since I was 6 years old. I visit at least once a year with my kids and sister. Notice, she said sister.
She did say sister.
She says, I am married, but my husband does not like Disney. Gasp.
He did not tell you that before you got married?
Yeah, these are things that need to be disclosed.
It should have been in the prenup, Don.
He has gone with me and the kids, but I feel I suffer more than he does. Going anywhere with someone who pouts like a child. You might not want him to listen to this. Just brings you down.
There's always the Neverland Club. You could put him in there. I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. For adults, that's called the ESPN zone.
Yeah, there you go. Please do a podcast on spouses who dislike Disney, which we can do because both of our spouses were not really Disney fans.
We've converted them.
Yes, we have. I actually could help do it since I've gotten to be a pro at finding things he may like while at the park. It's so sad to me that he doesn't see the beauty and magic that we all see. Why? So yeah, we should do a show on that. We'll bring our wives on and go at it.
I like it.
Yeah,
I like the idea. So, as for why, it's hard to say. I mean, some people have this Disney stigma.
Yeah,
that it's all just for little kids and
right.
Or some people don't like Disney as a corporate entity.
Yeah, I don't know
either.
It's just one of those things. Some people love it, some people hate it, and everybody else falls in the middle, I guess.
Sometimes you have to open their eyes up and we'll hypnotize them.
I thought that's what the subliminal advertising was on all of their commercials.
I know what you mean. Love Disney. Love Disney. Love Disney. Anyway, we should probably move on. Love Disney. Oh, we got a nice shout out here from Michelle Scribner-McLean. Bob, she does the Mickey Mouse podcast with Mr. Mike Scopa. You might know of him.
Yes, absolutely, yeah.
But she sent out a little note to our listeners. She goes, hey, Loopers, we heard that folks may be interested in doing the Run Disney races, and they'd be happy to help with any questions that you have, just to let them know. Now,
that's our buddy Joe Quattrochi.
Yeah, he's out there. So, I don't know. What do you think, Bob? Should we do another show for us, the Disney races?
Absolutely, yeah. As a matter of fact, I talked to Joe the other day. He's still prepping for the race, and we are going to have him on again here before he does the race, and he's going to give us a trip report and all that stuff while he's down there. So, we're jumping in full, both feet.
Let the record reflect that, Bob, you have actually started actual running.
Oh, yeah.
And I have started I'm just going to say it, walking.
Got to start somewhere, my friend.
I know, and we've started. So I don't know. Maybe should we consider having Miss Scribner McLean on?
Absolutely, that's an invitation. If you'd like to come on, we'd love to have you talk some running.
I love it.
Outstanding.
All right.
I got one from Wyatt France, our buddy Wyatt he's in Pennsylvania, I think, isn't he?
He's very far away from us. We could throw a rock and hit Pennsylvania, but no. Okay.
Yeah, really. He says, "Hey guys, I remember if I remember correctly, on a previous podcast, you asked for info on getting PIN codes. You know the postcards you get in the
I
mail?
know of them.
Yeah, I have gotten those. So he says, I think Tim said he never has received one.
He is correct.
He's paying way too close attention.
I think it's Disney mythology.
My wife and I have mastered the art of PIN coding. There are a few simple steps to follow to receive PIN codes. You ready, Tim?
I'm
Write
ready.
these down.
I'm ready.
All right. Sign up for monthly sweepstakes.
Slow down. I'm ready. Okay, go ahead.
Set up an account on Disney.com.
Okay.
Order vacation promo DVD.
Oh, I've done that.
Order your park maps.
Never done that.
Map. Yeah. And make reservations.
Well, we know I've done that too.
Absolutely. So he says every time you enter an email address for anything you do with the parks, it will increase your odds of getting a PIN code.
Okay.
We've even taken it a step further and set up multiple accounts with different email addresses to ensure we get one. Sometimes the PIN codes are different than the specials run to the public, which I have found. That is very true. If you have any other questions about PIN codes, let him know. And he says they get one at least once a month.
Wow.
That's something, because I haven't gotten one in probably 2-3 years. So I think they know about the podcast, and we're blacklisted.
We've been put on that special list.
Well, we're on many special lists, I'm sure.
It's very similar to the anti-Ohana list.
Oh, you threw it in there.
I did. I couldn't help it. Rebecca Toon. You'll remember she just got back from the Food and Wine Festival.
Oh, yes, and a special shout out to Rebecca. Thank you so much for that picture.
Oh, my gosh.
Resort Loop. She took a picture of each letter in Resort Loop all around the Disney parks and put it together for us. It is fantastic. Check out our Facebook page or our website, and you'll get to see that. She did such a great job.
It was at the Looper Nation one. Oh,
Looper Nation.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, Looper Nation. Yeah, that was fantastic.
I loved it. But she said they visited the the Chase Lounge, the Chase credit card lounge there last week. She said it was a great place to recharge and get out of the heat and relax a bit. That sounds fantastic.
Yeah.
And then grab a lobster tail or a lobster roll from Hops and Barley and take it right upstairs. She called it a great little oasis.
Yeah, I just discovered that the other day. Put it on the Facebook page. It's only during Wine and Dine or Food and Wine Festival.
Yes.
And it's at the American Pavilion, and you just go up. If you have a Disney Visa card, which is by Chase, you just go up in that lounge. A nice little place to catch some air conditioning, relax a little bit, get some free beverages. So pretty cool.
That sounds very, very, very cool.
Yeah, so that's nice. She was able to take advantage of that. So our buddy Rod Wheaton, who goes by @Rod Wheaton on the Twitter, he is. We got to have Rod on because he is a huge Fort Wilderness fan.
Okay,
loves
great.
The campground. So
yes.
we're going to get him on because we've talked about doing that. He is having a meetup on race weekend at Walt Disney World, and says loopers are welcome. That's coming up on November 8th through the 10th. He's having one. So check it out. He's at www.mousinger.com, and check out Rod's blog over there. Is a really good blog, and we do have to get him on and talk some Fort Wilderness.
Absolutely. Everyone needs to show up and represent for the Resort Loop, because I know I can't make it. I don't think Bob can make it.
No, not in November.
No.
We're trying to get down there maybe in December and February, so we'll see.
Excellent. And let's see, our good friend Norman Bates. He wants a shout out for running the Tower of Terror 10 miler, which was just a few days ago.
Right.
So Norman, congratulations.
Yeah, that was fantastic, and all the Tower of Terror runners. That was I enjoyed looking at those pictures. That's very cool.
It looks like it'd be a very inspiring environment. All the little stops and little encouraging things going on there.
Yeah, that would be a lot of fun, I think.
I don't get that when I'm walking around the neighborhood, I'll be honest.
Well, you're getting looks.
I'm getting looks. People yell at their children, go to the backyard.
People are pointing, and it's like a parade. I don't know. Oh, my goodness. Okay, our final shout-out goes to Chris Brown. Goes by Cache River Brown on the Twitter.
Yes.
Says, you were looking for a picture with Mickey and Minnie both. And he had one with his family taken at Town Square at Walt Disney World with Mickey and Minnie both. So It is possible.
It can be done.
Yeah, we mentioned that in a previous podcast. So we weren't sure we'd ever seen that. And he sent us a picture for proof. So there you go.
Oh, thank you, Chris. That's awesome.
Yeah, so I do have one other thing, Tim.
Okay.
Before we get on with the show, and I got this in the mail. Actually, my wife got this in the mail. She's, as you know, a former Girl Scout leader, and it came from the Disney Youth Program. And what it is apparently you can save a lot of money if you have a group of kids going to Walt Disney World, like Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts, church groups, whatever. That is on DisneyYouthTickets.com, or you can contact a youth travel planner at DisneyYouthTickets.com, and I'll put that up on our Facebook page. Kind of interesting. Might be able to get some discounted tickets for your group.
I'm not sure I've actually even ever heard of that. I'm trying to think.
I know I haven't, and when it came in the mail, I said, "Oh my gosh, we got to get this out right now." So there
Excellent.
It is. Yeah.
Well, thank you for sharing that. That's awesome.
Anytime we get anything, we want to get it out to you guys. So what's the show about today, Tim?
Well, I came up with this one as another one of my epiphanies.
God bless you.
With a capital I. No, I'm kidding. Oh, thank you very much.
That should be my line. That was nice.
But I was thinking about the different water ride attractions at Walt Disney World. And I was kind of in my head, I started kind of ranking them. And I thought, you better stop, Tim, stop. This could be a show.
This is a show. I can't get over how many there are.
I started making a list. I'm like, I forgot about that one. Oh, what about this one?
Right.
So the criteria are it cannot be just transportation. It has to also be an attraction.
Right. We'll do a maybe we'll do a ranking of the transportation on a later show.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. This is just for the rides. Yeah.
This is just the attractions only.
Right.
So, do we want to give the list, or do we want to work our top 10 or actually our top 9, because we came up with 9?
Well, let's just give our top 9 so we don't bore everybody.
Sounds fantastic, because we're probably already there.
I heard a lot of MP3 players turning off. I don't know. So go ahead, Tim. Since this was your brainchild, you fire off your very favorite water ride.
Well, I'm starting at the bottom.
Oh, let's
work our way up.
Number 9.
Let's work our way up.
Oh my. Okay.
Exactly. We want to build to a peak. Number 9. It's a ride I've never been on. But I've been on the Cedar Point equivalent once.
Oh.
And the ride is at the Animal Kingdom.
Yes.
Cali River Rapids.
Yes. They should just call that Drowning River Rapids.
They should give you scuba gear.
Oh, I'm telling you. If you have any type of electronic device, do not go on that ride.
I mean, it looks fun on the outside. Like I said, I did the one at Cedar Point. And,
right.
At Cedar Point, the sign said, you may get wet. The correct wording should have been, you will get drenched.
Yeah, you may drown.
Exactly, meaning you will be walking around in wet clothes the rest of the day. So
Yeah, and we talked about that before on a previous podcast. There's nothing worse than walking around in that Florida humidity and being soaking wet.
Yes.
So I did not have that as my number 9, but very close to my number 9.
Okay.
But my number 9, I'm running us over to the Magic Kingdom, believe it or not. And I'm going to say number 9 for me is the Liberty Bell.
Ooh.
Going around Tom Sawyer Island. Now, I again, as we rank these, everybody understands that we love all of them. It's just you got to put them in some sort of numerical number. And I like the Liberty Bell. But I don't know. It takes so much time out of your day.
It's more of a speed bump, I found.
it's a nice place to go and relax, but it would move up my list if they had better seating on the boat. But you're typically having to stand, and after standing and walking all around the Magic Kingdom, it'd be nice to have just a nice where you can sit. They do have some benches there and some seating, but it's just not enough, especially on a crowded day. So that's why I've got the Liberty Bell at number 9. Now, my number 8 would be your Cali River Rapids.
That is very ironic because we do not compare lists.
No, we don't.
Prior to the show, number 8 for me is the Liberty Bell.
Well, there you go.
And I would think what could maybe spruce up the Liberty Bell is to get some of the rifles from the Frontierland Shooting Arcade, mount them on the rail of the Liberty Bell, and you can just go to town with all the tourists over on the Liberty Square.
I like that. Well, you could even do...
I'm kidding, by the way.
Like the arcade. I like the idea of the arcade, and then you could put stuff up on Tom Sawyer Island, where if you hit it, something happens.
Yeah, kind of like a...
little interactive thing.
Exactly, interactive. Kind of like a Buzz Lightyear, Space Ranger Spin.
Yeah,
kind of like that.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
See, we're coming up with more brilliant ideas that Imagineering's going, why didn't anybody else here think of this?
Now we have to wait 10 years before we can implement this, so we can say it's our idea.
Can you imagine the rails of the Liberty Bell just lined up with rifles with gun sights on them?
With little kids. Oh, my gosh. The boys would have a ball, and some girls, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Oh, my gosh. But, yeah, I like Cali River Rapids for my number 8 just because, same thing, you get soaking wet. It is kind of fun if it's your last ride of the day and it's really hot. But you don't want to do that one first out of the gate. So moving on, what's your number 7, Tim?
Number 7 is the Grand Fiesta Tour, the 3 Caballeros. I ventured over to Epcot from here.
Ooh.
Now, I'll be honest, had it been the original El Rio de Tiempo, it probably would have gone higher.
Yeah, I like the old name.
I like the old name. I didn't need to have the 3 Caballeros in it. I think I appreciated it more as El Rio de Tiempo. I know I love the music in it better.
I like the music better, but I'm going to disagree with you. I love the 3 Caballeros in it.
Oh,
it adds a little something for the younger kids, and I like a lot of the classic Disney stuff, which is why I like the 3 Caballeros. So that's just me. But yeah, I like the old name and I like the old music. So, and that's your number 7.
That's my number 7. Where are you at for number 7?
Ooh. For number 7, I'm going with Living with the Land. Was that a gasp out of you?
I gasped.
Are you okay? I'm over at Epcot with you, but I'm going to go over to Living with the Land, just because I like the ride. Don't get me wrong, but nothing really changes on that ride. It's the same ride over and over again. It would be interesting to. I don't know, and maybe mix it up a little bit. It's that one I would think you'd be able to mix up a little bit easier than the other rides that have fixed animatronics or whatever on them. Mm-hmm. And it's just, after you've ridden it a few times, it's like, I can go see the big tomato tree and, the roots hanging off of the PVC pipe.
Maybe if you put some rifles on the edge of the boats there for Living with the Land. It'd spruce it up for you a little bit.
I am sensing a theme here with you today. My goodness. Apparently you had some issues with those bushes. Man. Oh. So that would be my number 7. What's your number 6?
Well, I'm moving on to number 6, which is identical to your number 7, Bob. Living with the Land. And it's for the same reasons you said.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't really add anything to that. I mean, same thing. I was going to make a remark about the tomato tree. Aquaculture. Right. You can't take your fishing pole on there, so it's really kind of. And again, it's anticlimactic. They stopped me there at the gate once with that. So.
Yeah. That's tainted you toward the ride. So
it has. I mean, sometimes you just want a good tilapia for lunch.
You need to go upstairs to the Garden Grill.
I guess.
Which is one of my favorite restaurants. I know that I don't know whether the food is the most fantastic, but man, I like the Garden Grill just rotating there.
Yeah.
Anyway, my number 6. Are you ready for this? This one's going to get a huge gasp.
I'm sitting down.
Are you ready?
I am.
We're going to the Magic Kingdom again.
Uh-oh.
I'm going Small World.
Get out of town.
That's my number 6. I love Small World. Don't get me wrong, but that song just it gets to you after a little while. Just saying.
Well, we may have to stop the show because that's my number 5.
Oh my goodness.
And don't get me wrong, I love Mary Blair and I love the Mary Blair art.
Oh, absolutely.
And I would not hesitate. I try to do it every vacation, right? It's a Small World because I do love it.
Right.
But
you gotta hear that song at least once on your trip.
It clears out my brain.
I will say this: it would be much further down my list if they hadn't did the big refurb on it, because it is beautiful now.
Oh,
everything is so much brighter and crisper, and all the animatronics are working, and it's much more beautiful than it even was before. So,
it's a gorgeous attraction, and when you're talking number 5 on a list of 9, that's not bad.
Yeah, right, exactly. My number 5 is going to go Grand Fiesta Tour, starring the 3 Caballeros. So there you go. Same reasons as you.
Okay.
So what would be number 4 for you then?
Number 4, this could be surprising. Are you sitting down?
I am. I actually have a heating pad, so that's nice.
Is your back okay?
It's I'm working some kinks out.
Okay. It's all that running. They say it's healthy, but I just don't know.
They're making me run now. I don't.
Oh, I'm running over to Frontierland.
Uh-oh. Wait a minute.
Yeah, I am. Well, I'm not running.
minute.
I'm walking, let's be honest. Number 4, Splash Mountain.
What?
Number 4.
Oh.
You know why it's number 4? Because I have 3 I like better.
Well, yeah. I understand that.
I love Splash Mountain. I love the story it tells. You got your part dark ride, part coaster, a water ride. It's a very nice attraction.
You're anti-log flume.
I'm pro-log. Let's just throw that out there right now.
All right. Well, you say so, but wow.
Yes.
All right. Well, I'm going to tell you something. And you have not ridden it since their big refurb. I'm going to tell you that's going to move up your list after you ride it this next time you go.
You think?
I know it.
Ooh.
I am.
You sound pretty sure of yourself. I don't know.
I'm very sure. It is very, very nice now. Much better than what it was. And that's why that's not my number 4, mister.
Oh.
I'm taking you all the way over to Maelstrom.
Get out of town.
I'm out.
Get out of Norway.
I'm all the way in Norway. I am out of town. Yeah, I mean, and again, same reason as you. I got 3 other ones I like better. I like Maelstrom. It's it is really a lot of fun. I love the trolls. It's a good ride. But
it is a good ride.
It's no Splash Mountain, mister.
Exactly, but it is number 3 on my list, the Maelstrom.
I had a feeling this is going to come down to the wire. Wow.
I love the fact that you go backwards on it. Adds a little thrill, a little sensory, Oh, first of all, I love going up the hill with a little light coming at you.
Oh, that scares me.
I always like to tilt my head over whichever way so I get it right behind the bow of the boat. Just like in the promotional videos. I always like that. And I love the oil derrick thing.
Yeah.
You start going down. I think there's tons of detail in that. And I love the little village before you go into, I don't know, they say there's a movie there. I don't really know. I know there's these hurdles in the middle. Whatever.
Those are called chairs.
Oh.
I think they got them from IKEA, but I'm not sure. Don't they look like IKEA chairs?
They look exactly like IKEA things. That's fantastic. How long does it take Imagineers to put up chairs in the Norway movie? Anybody here speak Swedish?
Oh, come on. See, my number 3 is Splash.
Okay.
Because I just like that a little bit more. I love the story and all of that. Of course, I like the big splash at the end. I like going down into the briar patch. So, but I end up always getting soaked on those. I don't know what it is. Every time I'm on Splash Mountain, I get just nailed with all the water.
Now, are you nailed going down the big flume, or are you nailed by that water cannon as you're getting ready to go up the one hill?
All of it.
Really?
I get honestly, I get hit by everything. The smaller hills. It just comes over the boat right into my lap every time.
Okay, so our listeners, make sure if you're going on Splash Mountain, don't sit near Bob, because apparently wherever he goes is the splash zone.
I'm telling you. And you know how I try and stay out of the splash zone.
I do know. And you don't make it, apparently, Bob. Come on.
I know. All right. So our number 2.
Do you think they do you think they're the same one?
I don't know. This is going to be close.
All right. You give it to me and I'll let you know.
No, you
It's my
started
turn?
this
I did?
mystery.
All right.
Yeah.
Number 2, the Jungle Cruise.
Oh.
And I'm going to get a little more specific. I'm going to say the Jungle Cruise at night.
All right. And that's number 2.
That's my number 2.
All right.
And I'm going to say night. The Jungle Cruise at night adds a little something. What? Je ne sais quoi? Yeah, I said it.
You swearing at me? Why you got to swear? I mean, all right. We just went explicit on our rating.
It just adds another certain little mystical thing to the Jungle Cruise. I love it.
Which is why it's number 1. It has to be number 1.
It's not number 1.
It is my number 1.
It's allowed to be your number 1.
Because of that. And here's the thing, though. I will say this. And sadly, this has happened to me. You get a bad skipper, it goes to number 2. It may even go further down.
If you get a bad skipper, you start heckling him, and eventually he cries and jumps off the boat.
I had a skipper, a young lady who seemed so bored and just wanted it was almost like she would have jumped in the water. Was
this at night? Because I think they get a little more loose at night.
No, it might have been toward the end of the day. It hadn't reached nighttime yet, so maybe she had just had she was reaching the end of her shift and it was her last ride. I don't know.
Right.
It was a little rough. But I agree with you. I think the Jungle Cruise, you ride it during the day and then ride it at night, 2 completely different experiences.
Absolutely. You are correct about the skipper idea, though. It does. Yeah. It is very dependent on the skipper.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So that throws my number 2 into your number 1.
Which would be Pirates of the Caribbean.
Ooh.
Number 1 for me. Yes.
I love Pirates.
It is almost the...
the ride.
You're not pro-Somali pirate, is what you're saying.
No. Although, no, we're not here in Somalia, so we can,
exactly.
We can talk about that. Yeah, I'm anti-pirate, but pro-Pirates of the Caribbean.
As am I. It's like it's the ideal Disney attraction. You got your history, you've got some of the old technology, you got some of the brand new technology. It ties it all up together. You got a little thrill in it with the one little drop. You got haunting music in it. Not the Haunted Mansion music, but you got excellent music in it.
Yes.
Excellent theming. It is the number 1 water-based boat ride attraction at Walt Disney World, according to Tim Scott, as of this date. For I have spoken.
Number.
Go ahead, Bob. I'm off my stare now.
It's a good thing it's not a buzzer show. That's all I'm going to say. No buzzer. There's no right and wrong. No, I agree. I love, those are my top 2, obviously, is Jungle Cruise and Pirates of the Caribbean. Again, same reason as you. You have the fire element. You've got you're in the prison. It tells the whole story, which is just so cool. That you get the whole story of Pirates of the Caribbean, and it's a Walt Disney creation that it is at Walt Disney World, and it's so great. And I got to tell you, if you're talking over at Disneyland, it's number 1 for me at Disneyland.
I was just going to ask you because you have done that.
Fantastic.
That's what I've heard. It pains me that I've not done that. I can't even imagine. I don't want to view anything online because whenever I do get there, I want to actually experience it in person.
Yeah, it is. It is really so good at Disneyland, and but I love them all. But those would be. Yeah, I'm with you, man. Those are good rides. Now, as far as getting soaked the most, you're only going to get soaked probably on Cali River Rapids, and maybe if you're with me on Splash Mountain. So
right.
these aren't your typical water rides.
Or if you're with me on the Liberty Bell, because someone might just push me in the water.
Yeah, you keep shooting at them. That's not going to be a good thing.
Oh my goodness.
Now, there used to be, I don't know if you remember, and I don't believe they still have this. I didn't see it when I was at Disneyland, but they used to have a canoe race, canoes.
I remember it was
big long canoes.
Yes,
at Disneyland,
and the Mike Fink keel boats.
Yes. So those are, those were good ones, but I don't think they have those anymore. I can't remember.
I'm trying to think. Is there like a Mike Fink's boat just sitting there maybe as a decoration? I don't remember.
I believe it is. Yeah.
Is it still there?
I believe it.
One of them.
So, but that's all I do. I almost said that's all I got, but I got one more.
I know you have one more.
A sweepstakes.
Woo!
Woo! And this goes right along the lines with what we've been talking about between the two of us for months and months and months. This is, are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
A Disney Cruise Line vacation aboard the Disney Dream.
Oh, I love it.
This is the Disney Little Mermaid Adventure at Sea sweepstakes. Discover a whole new world at sea with Disney Cruise Line, the vacation everyone in the family thinks was created just for them. Grand prize, you could win a 4-night Bahaman cruise for 4 aboard the Disney Dream, including a stop at Disney's private island, Paradise, Castaway Cay.
Oh, it is too.
So there you go. They also have a first prize winner gets $500 Disney Store shop card and other prizes. So jump in on this one. All you need to do is sign up on Disney.com, and I will have the link will be up on our website, and of course we'll put it up on Facebook. So
I love it.
Disney sweepstakes, which we haven't had in a while, and I apologize for that.
That's okay. You've been busy. We've all been busy. I understand how that works.
That, my friend, is all I got.
I've got one more thing. I came up with another idea.
Uh-oh.
I would love for our listeners to phone in or send a file of their voice to introduce the Resort Loop podcast. I would like people to say something to the effect of, get this, like, okay, my name's Tim Scott. I'm from Ohio. The ResortLoop.com podcast starts now. And then we'll start the show. Like, get your whole family around and say it. You can just say it, have fun with it.
Wait a minute.
Yo, what?
You're asking them to intro the show for us?
I want them to intro the show because the show is for them. I think that'd be great.
That would be awesome. So, I love that idea.
Isn't it great? See, I didn't even clear this with you before the show.
I wish you would tell me things. My goodness. That is awesome.
So we start getting those in. As soon as we start getting those in, we'll put those on the beginning of the shows. So.
Absolutely. That is fantastic. And what number would they call, Tim?
Well, you could call area code 414
WDW
Loop.
I love that.
Isn't that great? Or you just email us the sound file. I'm Tim at ResortLoop.com.
And I'm Bob at ResortLoop.com.
And Bob, I think that's all I got.
That's all we got. So where can we reach where can we reach us? We know where to reach us.
I know where to reach you, but if you want to reach me, you can always find me on Twitter. I'm ResortLoopTim, or you can follow me on the website, ResortLoop.com.
And I'm ResortLoop Bob on the Twitter. Follow us on Facebook /ResortLoop. Don't forget that sweepstakes. Don't forget to rate us on iTunes and listen to us on
the Stitcher.
So that's all I got.
Same here. Everybody, I'm out. Send us an open. We'll see you later.
See you, everybody.